What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages? I know I haven't been live in a little minute, so I wanted to take this time to come live to say hey to everybody that's able to check on live and hit on a little topic. Share this out too. If you're coming in, hit the thumbs up button and hey, say what's up and share this out. All right, let me see. I don't know how to get this on all of mine. What you call it? I'm not even gonna try. So anyway, education versus recommendation. This is a topic I want to touch it here because I want to let everybody out there know um, when people or anything like any, especially on this platform, like I always say, um, every video that I make, maybe it's a tutorial. It may be a tutorial to show you how to do something that you may be interested in, whether it's real estate, whether it's buying a stock, a mutual fund, an ETF, um, whatever it may be. Those things are education, right? This is an educational platform to show you how to do something that you want to do, right? So just because you see me make a video for something doesn't mean I'm recommending this particular thing for you. And yes, I would give you my opinion, tell you what I do, but it doesn't mean that I am recommending it to you to do just because I make a tutorial on it. Let's say if I make a tutorial on option trading, doesn't mean that I'm saying, hey, you need to go option trade or you need to go buy this certain security. That's a recommendation. And the reason why that's a big thing, the reason why I make this video, because especially if you're walking around, you carry a license, maybe that's Series 65, Series 63, things like that, making recommendations could be making recommendations to someone about investment, a investing professional. When you are a professional, you're held to a different liability than someone who's not a professional. So if you consider a profession, just like a doctor goes out and he prescribes you a medicine, right? And that medicine messes you up or whatever the case may be or whatever, that doctor can be sued for malpractice. Whereas in the financial industry, if somebody recommends something for you and causes you monetary damage, you lose money, mess up money or whatever, they could be sued for. That's why most advisors have EO, emissions, and I can't even think of the other word, but it's an insurance that you purchase. Doctors purchase malpractice insurance just in case they mess up. People in the financial profession, maybe like lawyers and things like financial and lawyers and things like that, they purchase EO insurance just for that. So it's a difference between when someone is educating you on something versus someone is recommending you something. So people may say, "Hey, Prince, I want to learn how to buy REITs, real estate investment trust. I want to learn how to buy Bitcoin, Bitcash, or whatever the case may be." And if that's the case, I will show you how to do it. Well, this is how you do it, right? I have tons of tutorials on here, hundreds. Hundreds of tutorials been uploaded to just this YouTube channel alone. And when I'm making those tutorials, these tutorials doesn't mean go buy this stock, go buy this particular security, or go buy this. I'm here to educate you on insurance, finances, whether it's real estate, everything that I learned, and to give you my synopsis and my opinion on it, right? So I want to make sure, we're clear on that because I know some people, they don't watch the video, they watch the headline. They watch um, they watch there you go, how you doing, Karen? But appreciate you too. But they watch the title. They watch the title of the video, and they don't look at it as an education. They look at it as like, wow, maybe this is what he believes in. This is what he wants to buy. This is what he's telling me to buy. Or this is what he's telling me to sell. No, that's definitely not the case. And for the real people out there that really follow the podcast, that really follow the YouTube, the books, see me live and things like that, they know better. But you as you grow, you have people that they're not really followers or fans. They're more so people who just come in and gather information from whatever source. And I don't want people to get the wrong impression. Just because if you don't hear my mouth say something, then that's what I don't say. So I know it's a big line between that when you're educating somebody and when you're recommending something to somebody. you can't recommend, or nobody will a doctor would not recommend you medicine without diagnosing you, without not diagnosing you, but without what's the word I'm looking for? When you're doing an examination, without examining you, you come in, they look at your tonsils, they hear your heart breathe, they tell you they hear you breathe, they listen to your heartbeat, they tell you to breathe in, they tell you to breathe out. They look at your eyes, they look at your ears, to ask you what's wrong with you. Then they prescribe they give you a diagnosis, then they prescribe a medication. Same thing in the financial industry. Nobody can give you a recommendation without first looking at you, examining you, seeing what you do, seeing what you have going on first. So I just can't throw a blanket, oh, yeah, you should buy this. Everybody's at different points in their life. You could be 65 years old, getting ready to retire. You're going to get a different recommendation versus someone who's 25 years old, just walking into the workforce. You're going to get a different recommendation when your time horizon, hey, I'm looking to save this for my child's college in 20 years, versus is I'm looking for somewhere to place my money where it can draw some interest for me to be able to have it next month to buy a new car, or next year for me to buy a new car. Totally different recommendation. And I can't do that with a YouTube video. I just can't make a 3-minute YouTube video and know what everybody has. It's 24,000 subscribers on this channel, right? 24,000 just on this channel. Then there's another 18,000 on Instagram. Then there's another 88,000 on Facebook page, and another Facebook page has 23,000. Another Facebook page has 4,000. So, then the podcast, who knows how many numbers that. I don't know what everybody's particular situation is unless we call in and do a particular show, which I have done. So I don't know what everybody's situation is. So when I give you a tutorial, and I may give you a backdrop and dialogue of, hey, these are tools for your toolbox, right? Okay? So that's what I wanted to bring out to you guys. You see me make a video on Bitcoin. You may see me make a video on marijuana stock. You may see me make a video on some real estate, REIT and trust, certain type of securities, options, ETFs, inverse ETFs. That doesn't mean, hey, you need to go out and buy this particular security and do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just educating you to show you, like, hey, this is what I did. It worked for me, and this is how you can do it. This is a tutorial. Okay? So that is the difference between education versus recommendation, right? Like I would tell anybody, hey, every 3 months, change your oil in your car. That's education. You teach someone how to change their oil. Versus a recommendation of, hey, my car is messed up. What would you recommend me to do to my car? The mechanic has to look through your whole car, see what's wrong with it, do a diagnosis. I can't even think of it. I don't know why it's in my head anyway. They have to do all type of tests on the car, see what's wrong with the car. Then they can give a recommendation on how to fix that car. All right? So that's the thing you have to do. That's the thing you have to, keep in mind. I don't want anybody to go out there and be under the assumption, because some people, the way we live in today in social media, some people don't even listen to you. They just watch. They watch a line they see come across on a title. They see a line come across on a title, and they would assume, oh, this guy's saying this. Yeah, make sure you check your oil. Exactly, right? What's going on, beef? That's what I'm talking about. So that's the thing about it. You just go in and you're telling people to, like, it's different between someone that's saying, buy this particular security, this stock, or whatever the case may be. Because I'm not trying to be liable for anybody's loss. I mean, I know, yes, some people made money and earned dividends and done great with some of the things they saw me do and say or whatnot. That's great on you, right? But I'm not trying to be on the opposite end. Everybody loves you when you're doing well. But as soon as the market takes a downturn, they take a hit, well, you told me about this penny stock, or you told me about XYZ. No. So what I do is I like to educate people. I like to bring people on the show who has different perspectives and different ways of investing, different things about investing or whatnot, and to educate you, to show you, add tools to your toolbox to make you say, I never thought about insurance. I never thought about penny stock. I never thought about oil. I never thought about XYZ. It's educational tools. Then sometimes if I'm on live or doing an interview or whatever, I will give you my recommendation as far as, not my recommendation, but my opinion of like, hey, if it was me, if I was in this situation, this is what I would do. But I don't know your situation. Some of the people that have subscribed on this channel, I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that has purchased a book, listened to a podcast episode, done anything, came out and seen me live. I appreciate that. But the thing about it is, um, I'm not trying to be liable for nobody else's situations. So that's why I was like, hey, let me make a video teaching you guys the difference between education versus a recommendation, right? You know, a mechanic would tell you to change your oil. A doctor would tell you to drink more water or to eat properly and exercise. That's kind of blanket engineering, right? But a doctor's not going to prescribe you anything. Um, he said, oh, you know, a Rolls Royce. Oh my goodness, that's you, man. You big time, man. I'm not big time, man. I don't, you know, I drive pieces of crap all my life. Anybody that know me or whatnot throughout the years, they know I'm cheap, especially when it comes down to cars. I never was a car person, never been in a car person, you know. So that's just me. You know, other people are, some of my friends are. Hey, that's great on them. Just never really done it to me, right? So, but anyway, that's a difference. That's a defining difference. A doctor just can't. You just can't walk into a doctor's office and he just gonna say, "Hey, you know what? I give everybody, I prescribe everybody, 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but and just start giving it out to everybody. No, he has to run tests on you. He has to know, hey, well, who are you? What are your goals? What is this? What is that? What is that? Well, knowing that situation, you're retiring in 3 years. You're looking to do X, Y, Z. This, and this, and this. I would go with X, Y, Z. But some of the people that are on this channel that are following me and whatnot, I don't even know. I haven't even spoken to you. I can't even make that assumption because I don't even know, right? You might be somebody that could be better off buying CDs or putting your money into a savings account, all right? So, but I want to go live I didn't feel like, I want to make yes, you do need life insurance and you do need car insurance. Insurance is very, very important, Growing up, I always thought, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I always thought insurance was for old people. I was like, oh, old people, you get old, you have insurance, so you leave something to your family or whatnot. Insurance is a must, in every aspect. You got life insurance, you got car insurance, you got business insurance. You have, man, just like I just spoke about, a lawyer has to have, a doctor has to have malpractice insurance just in case he messes up on somebody. A financial person or a lawyer, they have to have EO insurance, just in case they get sued by somebody. So it's all types of insurance out there. Some people don't like insurance, or you got to have house and home insurance, house insurance. If you don't have a house, you got to have renter insurance. So that's why I have no sympathy, zero sympathy for anybody that dies and a family asks me for money to help or raise money to get them into the ground. Zero sympathy at all. Especially if it's an adult. If it's an adult, I have zero sympathy with helping you get into the ground once your life has died. Unless you have an extreme circumstance of it was a 2-year-old child, we didn't expect him to die, something like that. But if it's not an extreme circumstance, if me right now, while I'm talking to you guys, I have a heart attack and die, my family doesn't have any money to put me in the ground or whatnot, so they want to go do a fundraiser, I have zero sympathy. Oh, he was a gang member or she was a whatever. Zero sympathy for anybody, any adult that's walking around without some form of insurance, unless it's like, hey, he was born with AIDS or cancer or some disease and nobody would insure him and he could get no type of insurance. So did he die? Nobody can help him out. I can understand that. But like living and being an adult and walking around with no insurance as a grown man, some form of insurance. I ain't saying you gotta have $1 million life insurance policy, but if you don't have a cheap term policy, right? A cheap term policy for $10,000 to get you into the ground. I mean, what are you talking about? That's going to cost you a month, $20 a month or something like that. Lunch. and you're not, if you don't have that, I have no sympathy at all, none, because there's so many ways to be able to get you into the ground. Now I can understand if, hey, my dad died, he was a financial breadwinner, we had enough money to place him in the ground, but now we don't, we're struggling to live. That I can possibly understand with. But if you're trying to, I see all these people hit me up, Prince. My husband died, or my cousin died, or somebody back in your hometown, or one of your friends died, and we want to take up money to help get them in the ground. What? What? No. This man didn't have insurance. Now, granted, if you had insurance and you was driving down the road and you didn't have a seatbelt on, and you had a car accident, and you died, and they're saying, hey, well, since he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, we don't cover him. Some kind of technicality, I can understand, right? But if anything else, no, nothing else. I don't have no sympathy with nothing else or whatnot. So anyway, I'm out of here. I just want to talk to you guys. Education versus recommendation. Sorry I went into my insurance rant. Things beef. But, and then let me hit on it one more time before I leave. Since it's my live, I get to talk how I want to talk. No matter what your child does in life, no matter they're a school teacher, a boxer, baseball player, basketball player, lawyer, doctor, politician, mortician, no matter military, whatever, they will run into some form of insurance that they will have to purchase. They will run into some form of credit, whether it's business credit, personal credit, line of credit, credit card. They will run into credit. They will run into investing. They will have to invest some type of way. So why do we keep it a secret until they become an adult? Then we want to start teaching them about assets and liabilities and insurance and this and that when they're an adult. Whether it's health insurance, whether it's life insurance. That's the subject I'm trying to get smarter on, is health insurance. I'm learning more about it in my class, but it's a tough lesson because I've been fortunate enough to spend majority of my life in the military to where they covered my insurance, so I never really had to deal with it on the health side of the house. So, I'm learning more about the PMOs and, all of the good stuff like that, the deductibles and umbrella insurance and all those good things and how they tie into each other. Medicaid, Medicare, all that good stuff. So, and it's pouring too much. It is pouring. But it's necessary. But it doesn't matter. What you become in life, you will be faced with some form of insurance, some form of credit, some form of investing. So why do we like to keep this as a taboo, quiet, hush-hush thing until you become an adult? Why? So, but I'm looking to change that with my foundation, Global Children's Financial Literacy Foundation. Check us out on childrensfinancialliteracy.org. Support all the stuff we got going on. But stay tuned for more things to come. Anyway, let me get out of here. Education versus recommendation. Know the difference. I'm glad you guys seeing it and you guys know it. But until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else you see me do crazy around the globe, peace, be safe. I'm out, and thank you.